This is a tutorial on how to clone a car in Project Cars 2. So let's get to it. Every tool and program that I will mention as a downloadable object in this video will have a link in the description. We start off by creating a folder inside your Project Cars 2 mod folder. This is where all your mod content for the cloning project will go. In this case, I want to have a Caterham SP300R for my prototype light class. Next up, we want to gather the 3 pack files for the car we want to clone and copy-paste them into the downloadable tool QuickBMS. We start QuickBMS, select Shift BMS as our unpacking script, select the first pack file to unpack and select a folder, ideally to unpack the BFF file into. Now we copy and paste our first unpacked pack file and rename the copy to bootsplash.bff. Then we go into our game's pack file directory and back up the original bootsplash.bff by renaming it. Once we rename the original, we can safely cut and paste the renamed pack file over and start the game. While the game is starting, we start the downloadable tool Cheat Engine and select Project Cars 2 on our process list. To properly search for what we want, we select value type string and search for our car. In this case, Caterham. Once the scan is done, we click on one of the results and press Ctrl and V to bring up the memory viewer. In the memory viewer, we scroll to the top of this giant text block and select the whole section from top to bottom. Copy your selection and paste it into a new file of the downloadable tool HXD to translate the hex values to actual text. Select the text on the right and copy-paste it into a text document. Then save it as index.txt and replace the index file in your downloadable tool BFF Renamer. Close Project Cars 2 via Task Manager, close the memory viewer of Cheat Engine, and cut the extracted files out of your QuickBMS folder. Paste them into the BFF Renaming Tools Unpacked folder. Run the .exe file and delete the files in the unpacked folder afterwards. Now we do the exact same process for our second pack file. Again, unpack, copy, paste and rename to Bootsplash, paste into pack files, launch the game, search for the text block in Cheat Engine, translate it via HXD, paste into text file, save as index, move the extracted files to the BFF renaming tool, run the .exe, delete the unpacked folder content afterwards. And the third and final pack file. You know what to do at this point. don't forget to replace your bootsplash.bff with your backed up file afterwards. We want the game to boot properly after our cloning action. Now we cut the entire renamed folder's content and paste it into our mod folder. Inside the mod folder, we create a new directory called packfiles/vehicles. Then we cut and paste our 3 original pack files into that directory. Now we search for all files that have the BMT format. There should be either 1 or 2 locations where those files are. We select them all, cut and paste them into the _in folder of the downloadable tool BMT2XML and double-click on the unpack that. Collect the converted files and paste them into the folder where its .bmt counterparts were before. Delete the backups afterwards. Now we go into the downloadable archive HRDF persistent and select the contents of the vehicle's names folder and copy-paste them into the identical named folder of our mod. On to our next downloadable archive. This time we go into the GUI vehicle images folder. Create the folder Vehicle Images in the mod's GUI folder. Search for the folder containing the vehicle images of your cloned car. Copy and paste it into the new made Vehicle Images folder. Next stop on our list are the boot files. We go into the Vehicles folder and search for our car's directory. In it should be a CRD file. We copy it and paste it into the Vehicle folder of our mod. Then we go back to the Vehicles folder of our boot files and navigate to the Physics folder. Inside it, we double-click the Vehicles folder and search for a VDFM file with our car's name on it. Inside our mod folder's physics directory, we create the folder Vehicles and paste the VDFM in there. Go back to the physics folder of our boot files and go into the statistics folder. Same procedure again. Search for the file with the car's name, replicate the directory in the physics folder of the mod car, and copy-paste the file into it. Now we open the VDFM file in our physics/vehicles directory and scroll to the bottom. There is a text block. Edit the second to last entry to something different that has the same length and save. If you have more than 2 entries that have multiple lengths, like in this example for the Audi e-tron, edit the shortest one. Fill the excess file length for the other entries with zeros on the left side and save them. Now that we have changed our physics file pointer, it is time to change the name of all the physics files accordingly. From now on, I will refer to this name as the physics name. After that, we open our CRD file in the main vehicle folder and change the vehicle physics pointer to our physics name. While we have that file open, we change the name pointer to a different unique name, which from now on I will refer to as list name. Also, to distinguish our car in the game later on, we change the vehicle model name to something different. So from now on, the game will display our clone as Caterham Light instead of Caterham SP/300R. After saving the CRD file, we change the name of our CRD file to our list name. Then we do the same to our main vehicle folder. Then we revisit our pack files and rename those also to our list name. To get our vehicle images to show up, we change the name of their folder and of them to our list name. Back into our vehicle folder, we go into the anims folder and give the chassis.bas and the cockpit.bas file our list name as well. The next file that gets renamed after our list name is the CSD bin file. Now it's time that we add the car's entry into our boot files. You might recognize this procedure from installing mods. The vehicle list entry consists of a pointer to our CRD file. The driveline entry template is in the description as well. Replace both placeholders with your physics name. Now it's time to start the generic mod enabler. We load our car in and follow that up with the boot files. Now that we are in game, we search for our car. It should be clearly distinguishable due to its new name. We take a look at the showroom. just to make sure that our car model pointers are correct. Now it's time to load the car on track. If it crashes at 56%, it's almost certainly an issue with the physics files, the pack files, or the CSD bin file, in that order. If your car has loaded, congrats! You have made the first step at Project Cars 2 modding, and you now have a car that is completely moddable at your hands. If you ran into any issues, make sure you followed this guide properly. Double check every step you made and try to solve the issue by yourself. If you end up at the point where you think that you can't solve the issue by yourself, you can still ask in the Project Cars 2 modding Discord for help. I hope this guide has helped you, and I'll probably see you all in the Discord. Ciao!